Hello everyone, I'm Jack Dude, also known as Dark Light 9. I've got it. I've finally got it. I've finally realized it. What makes a good film? A lot of people can say it's the writing, it's the directing, it's the scope of it, it's the acting, it's the actors, it's the screenwriters. So many different things you could say what makes a great film, and all the things do contribute in contribution to make a great film. Let's go to this under one moment. Close the door. But what is the most important thing? And I finally realized it. It is this. Now, what makes a good film overall is this. It represents the time/year it was made, and yet still seems like it's timeless whenever you watch it. Like it still looks visually and aesthetically pleasing to the eyes and brain when you see the film, and you're just like, wow, that was fantastic. And there's some great films that greatly do that. Some great examples is Citizen Kane, The Godfather, Star Wars, and Pulp Fiction, which a lot of people can argue are some of the greatest in all history of cinema. And they are right. But there's something I must say personally that really does stick out. A lot of people may know this as one of the greatest accomplishments cinema has ever made. But, alright. Can I read that? Okay. Then I'm going to something better for it. Who the hell cares? I'll tell you. It's Fellowship of the Ring. It's Lord of the Rings. I just finished watching The Fellowship of the Ring. And I got this overwhelming sense. I'm like, this is, by very definition, a brilliantly well-made film. From both a critical standpoint, audience-pleasing standpoint, a faithful and respectful adaptation, right? And overall, it treats the audience and viewers and the makers in respect, in honor, and loyalty, and greatness. And that's truly what makes a great film overall. It's staying truthful, it's staying respectful, and it really does symbolize an area where it was made, and yet still seems timeless. And yet, I want to say this here off in this video. What makes a bad film? Well, a bad film is when it symbolizes the era it was made in, and yet it still looks dated. A good example of that, I hate to say these films because people will not like this, is in my view, films like Labyrinth, what's it? Like Labyrinth and animated films from the 80s. Like I'm watching them, I'm like, yeah, these still some like animated films from this country, from this time area, and yet I'm like, when I watch them, I'm just like, there's some of them that really does impress me, and yet some of them I'm just like, there's senses of them where it says, hey, it was made in the 80s, where it has like 80s type of, like the 1980s type of style of talking, or design of clothes, or the 90s certain things like how I have right here, like the backwards ball cap. That shows when it is dated, because it symbolizes a time capsule in the film, where it shows, hey, that's still not around. That's why we call it dated. Is when it symbolizes a time era when it was made in, and when you look at it, it shows its age, and that's not good. And you need to make it timeless. One of my favorite shows out right now is actually coming to an end, called Ink Master, and they bring up a great point with tattooing. It's not what you do on your skin at that moment, but how it will look like in the future. how does it continue to evolve? So much thought and so much strategy is put into that. And I really feel like that's a great essence of energy and magic and technical wisdom filmmakers can accomplish. And I really do personally feel like that's the purest form of film, is when you put your genuine effort into it. Is when you actually try. Is putting in the effort. I was gonna say something, but now, no. I feel like I want to say this, and that is, there are some films out there that just don't. Those fucking parody movies, those epic movie, disaster movie, all those films from 2001 and up until now, like A Haunted House, all those type of cliched horror movies or cliched movies where they throw in all the modern movies from that time era and make it in and seem really, really dated. I fucking despise those type of movies because they pay such disrespect to those films, and it says, hey, this film is flawed, hey, this film is stupid, hey, this film is dumb. And I understand that if they do bring those points out, but they represent the film so horribly. Even some of them have made fun of Spider-Man, and like this, some of them have made fun of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, which I fully admit I am not a fan of. But even I admit, I'm like, hey, pay those movies respect. They're put genuine effort into it. If they aren't having genuine effort put into it, you shouldn't. And if they are putting genuine effort into the films, you should pay homage and say, hey, they worked really hard on it. We're saying, give them a chance, give them a watch. We want to represent it purely in its greatest form. These films don't. They paint in such stupid, green-lighted, and dilated type of views, and they pay such disrespect. And I really want to just tear these films a new asshole on this video now. But I know that's not the topic. But it's a part of the topic because it shows how not to make a film. And that's a secret to film. That's a secret to any film ever. You want to know? A lot of people want to know why a film like The Wizard of Oz is still a phenomenal movie up to today, and the film is yet over 70 years old. 70 years old. That's amazing. My parents aren't even that old. Yet this film is still fantastic. You want to know why it's so good? It's because it captures. Oh shit. I just got some pen on me. That's because it captures the time of when it was made, and yet they don't modernize it. They don't make it symbolizing of a time of it like that. They try to capture the magic and the pure essence of form of love and care and genuine effort of that time era, and they still make it. And they actually did do this for Wizard of Oz, and they said this. Let's take all this stuff together, make it into a film, and not just make it seem like this is a film of this era. Make it film like they actually said this. This is a film that we don't want this film to symbolize this era. They said they wanted to represent this era that it was made in, and yet people can still watch it years later and still say, God damn, was that a fantastic movie? And that's why it does. And everyone, I just love these movies. And in the realm of film, in the realm of filmmakers everywhere, the directors, the screenwriters, the artists, the actors, the producers, the cinematographers, to all of them, I want to say this. To anyone out there who's becoming an aspiring film lover, just like me and many people out there on the internet, two big things you have to say about it, and that you have to take in consideration. Respect, which of course I always stand by, is earned. Respect and loyalty. That is a man's way. And I just want anyone out there, don't forget that. We all have respect, loyalty, honor, intelligence, and loyalty. And that, in the end, makes us great humans. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Goodbye. And please subscribe, like always.